I don't know about you, and if you're in our little circle, obviously we're all an echo chamber, but the amount of posts on social media, the amount of texts I'm getting, the amount of videos I'm seeing of people saying they've just voted reform is off the chart. And this is going to be a really, really short video. And it's very simple. I voted this morning, me and my wife voted this morning. We voted for our local candidate, who incidentally is affiliated with Reform. He's an independent, so he's not part of the TUV, but the TUV are backing him, so he's kind of affiliated with Reform, and he supports pretty much exactly the same policies that the Reform Party would support, or certainly the TUV would support in Northern Ireland. And we voted first thing this morning. But everywhere on social media I'm looking, people are sending me photographs of them voting for Reform. And again, I keep saying it, if you haven't voted, get out and vote for these people. Let's give them a chance to prove themselves. I know quite a few of the candidates in England personally. I know my local candidate very well. In fact, I know the guy that was standing against him very well as well. But this really is a people's movement, and it's a people's political movement. Here's the rub. After the election, the tough talking needs to start, because we need to make sure that whoever's running Reform understands what the people really want. Because this is a people's movement. It's not a Nigel Farage movement. He's done a fantastic job of leading it, 100%. Fantastic orator, motivator, absolutely superb. He's not smashing out the ballpark, and he's not compromising. But after the election, the tough talking needs to start, because we need to know that we can hold the Reform Party to account, and they are going to execute the will of the people as much as they can if they get a few seats in Parliament. Obviously, they're probably not even going to have enough to make the opposition, but who knows? Because the way things are at the minute, I think all bets are off. I think there could be a massive upset here. I hope there is. I hope there's an absolutely ridiculously massive upset, and we end up with a hung Parliament at least. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think it's looking good for Nigel, and let's say the tough talking starts after the election. We're going to be, let's just hope and pray that this forecast of a massive Labour majority, that they have some sort of collapse at the last minute. I honestly, I know there's a lot of people in England watch my channel, and I mean this with all due respect. If you're going to vote Labour, what you need to do tomorrow is go to your GP, sign yourself up on the sick with psychiatric problems, and go and see a psychiatrist. And don't worry, because you'll be able to be signed off with your voting Labour problem for about 5 years until the next general election. But really, how can anybody with a brain vote Labour? That's how I feel anyway. Yeah, if you haven't voted Reform, get out and vote Reform, and let's see what they can do.